prerequisites. The first one is understanding your objective. What is the objective of your business? Is it to gain brand awareness? Is it to reach a wider audience and let them know about your brand's existence? Or is it to drive traffic to the website? Probably you are a game and you want just people to come to the landing page and play the game. Or is it conversion, like a purchase? Are you an e-commerce store that wants to sell its products? So then your objective would be to purchase. Or are you a real estate which wants to get more leads? So then your objective would be leads, where you would want people to land on the website and fill up a simple form. But it is very important for you to define what that objective is. The second is a landing page. So for Google search campaigns, landing pages are essential. So you have to drive the audience somewhere. It can be a landing page with a lead form. It can be a landing page that is just a simple blog. It can be an e-commerce store like I mentioned. So there are multiple ways of using that landing page effectively, but it is absolutely necessary to have that landing page. So the third one is keyword research. So this is a topic I'm going to come to in the coming slides. Before we get started with Google search campaigns, it is absolutely necessary to understand keyword research. Only if you do your keyword research properly and understand what are the keywords that your customers are searching for, that is when you will be able to use Google search to its utmost potential. And the fourth, of course, is a Google AdWords account. Because without a Google AdWords account, you cannot run Google search campaign. I will also show you how to start with a Google AdWords account, and you'll find out how to use a Google AdWords account once we get started with Google search campaigns. So now we come to the first part of keyword research. So before doing your keyword research, you need to understand what are the keyword match types in Google search. So as of now, there are three major keyword match types on Google search: broad match, phrase match, and exact match. There was another one called broad match modifier, but Google is slowly planning to remove that away and use that in phrase match. Hence, I've used these three ones which are most important. So broad match essentially means that when you enter a specific keyword, Google may show search terms that are related to the keyword that you have entered. We will see examples of each of these match types in the coming slide. But before that, let's just set the basics right. Phrase match means that the keyword will show for search terms that have similar or implied meaning of the same keyword that you have entered. For phrase match, I've used quotation marks because that is how you'll have to enter the keyword. So if it is men's t-shirts, you'll have to put quotation men's t-shirts, quotation end. That is when Google understands that it's a phrase match keyword. For broad match, you don't have to enter anything. You just have to put the keyword as is. You don't have to put a suffix or prefix to it. And the third is the exact match. Exact match means that you're telling Google that I want this keyword only. But Google will still show keywords that are very closely related to the keyword that you have entered. And of course, also the same keyword that you have mentioned. For ease of understanding how these three keyword match types are related are that broad match loosely matches the keyword that you have mentioned, while phrase match that moderately matches the keyword that you have mentioned, and exact match tightly matches the keyword that you have mentioned. So that is the difference. So in exact match, it is, you know that this is the term that someone is going to search for exactly. And broad match helps you identify potential keywords or search terms that people are searching. Other than these three types of keyword match types, there's also the negative keywords. So once you start your search campaign and you run it for some time, you would identify some search terms that are not at all relevant to your business and not driving the end objective of your business at all. So you can actually add them to your negative list and ensure that you don't end up paying for terms that are not relevant for your business. For example, if there's a search term called t-shirts for free, you know that you're not giving t-shirts for free. You would definitely want to add the term free as a negative keyword list. So here's a quick example of how broad match works. And in the coming slides, you will also see how phrase match works, exact match works. So here the keyword is low carb diet meal. So you have told Google that this is the keyword I want to target. That every time someone searches for low carb diet meal, my ad should appear. But you have also told Google that this is a broad match keyword. And this means that Google could show on searches that are related to the keyword that you have mentioned. For example, here, low carb diet meal could show ads on low carb food, low carb meal, low calorie foods. So you can notice that the word calorie is not mentioned at all in your keyword, but it is related to low carb diet meal, right? The low calorie sort of relates to that. So that's why Google feels that when it's a broad match, it can also identify other search terms that could potentially help you drive conversions. So it also showed for diet books, which is not really similar to the keyword that you mentioned. It goes off sort of broad. So that is what broad match is essentially. It shows you related keywords as well. If you're looking at targeting a little more moderately matching your keywords or tightly matching your keywords, then you may want to go to phrase or exact match. So there's also low carb diet program mentioned in that is something that could show up on the search when you type low carb diet meal. So here's an example of phrase match. Like I mentioned, for phrase match, you have to use quotation marks before and after your keyword. So here the keyword we have used is basketball shoes. So you could be someone who's selling basketball shoes and you're targeting keywords called basketball shoes. So here, Google will show ads on something that is similar to basketball shoes as well. So shoes for basketball, quite similar, right? Basketball shoes on sale, you didn't mention on sale, but it essentially has a similar or implied meaning. That is when Google is still showing the ads for that. And it shows red basketball shoes, basketball sneakers. So these keywords essentially are similar to the ones that you have in mind. So hence Google shows those keywords too. But what it won't show on searches are basketball net and training shoes, because you have not mentioned net anywhere. Net is not a word that is similar to shoes either. And there's also a question which is, can you wear running shoes for basketball? No, Google is not going to show because it is not very relevant to the keyword that you have put. It's not very similar to the intent that you have put. So Google understands that, and phrase match is something that is moderately matches your keyword. So the third example is exact match, where you have to use square brackets before and after the keyword. So here the keyword that we have used is shoes for women. So the ad shows for keywords that tightly matches the one you have mentioned. So shoes women tightly matches, right? Women's shoes, same meaning, women's shoe, shoes for a woman, shoes for women. All of these will show up for your keyword. So this tightly matches the keyword that you have given. It doesn't go off too broad. It doesn't give words that have different meanings. So it's mostly the same keyword, I would say. Where it won't show